We finally made it out of here. All right, man, and it was so close. The view. Finally made it up to look and check it out. The weather's better. You know, it's hard to believe where I am. Sometimes I got to really sit back and go, where am I? Like, what happened here? And where I am right now is I'm real close to a small settlement. Here I am in the Samish Indian country. And there are a couple settlements near here, and also some 1800 settlements. So I want to check those out later with Richie. But I want to show you what he showed me yesterday. And you know, the one thing I want to say is when you sit a few days in the dark, and I've done it lots of times, lived in Alaska, you really reflect on and you really appreciate the sunshine. So check it out, we got sunshine. It broke out yesterday. And, you know, we were down here in this forest where we are right now. And we were working on a car, you know, and trying to get ready for some adventures we're going to do in the next few days. Finally, the weather's getting better. And my friend Richie said, hey, you know, and he just moved here. He said, let's go check out Blanchard State Forest. It's right above us. After sitting around me alone for a couple days, they knew I was looking forward to, you know, seeing some stuff. So we went up this road up to Blanchard State Forest. And I thought, well, he said, well, it's just up around the corner. And I thought, oh, that'll be a cool, nice hike in the woods, you know. Now, me and Richie, who you're going to meet later in more videos, we worked together construction building a mandala home on Orcas Island in the San Juans. And I am right by the San Juans. So last night, and I didn't realize I was so close to where we were. So last night, Richie says, this is like actually yesterday afternoon, he said to his wife, hey, let's take Darren up Blanchard State Forest. Now, she doesn't know the area really either. She's never really been up to any of these viewpoints. Richie hasn't been to this spot. So he said, let's pack it up. You know, let's take some water and pack up a couple of day packs and head up there. And I thought, okay, this will be a good little break, you know. And I hadn't had a chance to really read about it, and I have since then. And so what I'm going to show you in this video is just some of the stuff that we saw and a little history here, man, because this area is incredible. And like I said before, you know, just think about the Spaniards coming up through here. They were the first white man coming up through the San Juans, up through past Deception Pass, and then up through Rosario Bay, which they named, I believe, Fidalgo Bay and Fidalgo Island, Anacortes. Now, I'm still learning all that area. Like I said, I just worked on Orcas Island, so it's still all new to me. And I just started studying a little bit more last night about, hey, what happened here? And the Samish Indians and the natives that actually just lived here long thousands of years before any white man, and how giving they were. They were known as the givers. And when the white man showed up here, they really brought him in and said, hey, we're going to take care of you because this is rough country. They provided them with the salmon and the knowledge they needed, you know, to learn how to live up here in the Northwest, where it is tricky. You know, I know Alaska, I talk about Alaska, but this place is tricky, just as tricky and cold and inhospitable. So the natives took them in and said, hey, this is how you do it. They gave them the fish for the first few seasons, but they taught them how to fish. And pretty neat history going on there with these natives here, man. They're just, and to this day, they're all still around here. Very nice people, friendly people, the tribes, all of them. And I hear nothing but good things about it. So, you know, if you've watched my videos, I spend a lot of time down on the Eastern Sierra and Nevada, Paiute, you know, reservations, and all the way down and up through Oregon. So it's neat to be in these areas with a lot of history, man. Really steeped in history. So when I walk around here, I feel a lot of vibration of different things and stuff. And, you know, some of it low and some of it higher. And the one thing I want to say about this area is very magical. And, you know, this was very mystical country. And some of the things that they saw here, their beliefs were when you passed on as an elder, you turned to, a landform, a rock, you know, a mountain, an outcrop, and whatever. And on these vision quests, these young people did in the early days. They went up to these places. This place we're looking at right now, this is the Overlook of Samish Bay, and this was a spot of a vision quest, and a lot of mysterious things have happened here even since then. And we won't go into UFO stuff and all that, and we'll just kind of stay the course for the tradition and what they believe happened here before I venture off and start getting into some, stories, and some from the native tradition and also some from settlers in the 1800s up until just a few years ago, right here in this area. Now, just up the road is another self-proclaimed like mystic ranch. And I don't know if we're going to get to go there because my friend who I'm staying with, he doesn't really approve of the place for a couple of reasons. So I guess we're going to pass on that. But we got a lot of places to go still up in Burlington near Bellingham. I'm going to extend my trip for a few days only because of the weather has been bad. Came up here. I don't want to waste the whole trip, Now, I will say, I got to say something about the Spaniards. When the Spaniards came up through here, they just wanted to hang out and then visit and then leave. But the Europeans came and they settled here. That was it. And so, but the Spaniard, and I think I feel like sort of like a Spaniard. I like it here, but I think I just want to visit and leave because, if you know me in my videos, I like the desert or more, warmer weather and not so damp all the time. Everything's damp here. But I love it. It's a great place and a fun place to visit. I've had a great time already. The 2 days where it was really dark and rainy, not so fun, but at the same time, I just made use of my time, did a little bit of filming. I haven't used and edited yet. But I just want to show you these videos. I want to show you where we were yesterday, looking out across the San Juans, out there where me and Richie worked. He's pointing out there where we worked. And hey, here's his cat visiting us. And we just had a great time out there. That was 2 years ago. Built a huge timber home that was shipped from British Columbia. 18-sided octadecagon home. I have a video about it. I'll put it in the description and one of the end screens also. So yeah, man, I hope you enjoyed this video. And watch the end here, a little music and just a little something for you, a little bit of a view. And hey, I gotta say before I go, it's getting cold and it's starting to get dark. And I used to live in Alaska, and I'm starting to feel that fall coming on. And I got to hand it to Eric Comp. He's a creator. Eric Comp, that's his name on YouTube. He's up in Alaska living on a bike, homeless. But, he's a crafty homeless guy. He's really got his stuff together. Watch him and how he lives. His videos are not from Alaska in the past. They're from, I followed him in Nevada, wherever he was, living in his car. Eric Comp, man, check him out. The reason I mention him is I feel like, I don't think I could do what he's doing right now anymore. It's tough to live in Alaska and to be out there living like we are, kind of on the fringe. I don't think I have that in me anymore. I'll be heading south again to South America. But hey, Eric, man, love you, dude. You're doing a great job. And hey, man, just catch you in the next one. Please like and subscribe. And I'm looking forward to this stuff now because it's getting sunny and the forecast is good. And check out where we're going, man.